All right, we now call two cases, right? 23C 429 and 23C 430. The state of Texas versus Barrett Henry Bishop. You or Mr. Bishop?
Yes, sir.
Here with your attorney, Mr. Galmore, and the state's attorney. Earlier, the defendant entered pleas of guilty to each of these cases.
Lesser included in each case.
Yeah. I was going to put the day. Same complaint.
Yes, sir.
So you were charged with the first degree felony of sexual assault of a child. However, the defendant pleaded guilty in an agreement with the state to...
Notice what just happened. The charge dropped from a first-degree felony, which could mean life in prison, down to a third-degree attempted assault. That's not just a downgrade, that's a legal freefall. Why? Because plea bargains often balance the weight of justice with practicality, and sometimes mercy.
The lesser included attempted sexual assault of a child. And this is showing a third-degree felony.
I believe that's the way we filled it out. Was
Is that right?
Third.
Yes, sir.
But it was filed as a first.
I believe the family enhancement was dropped, and then we did it as an
Yes,
attempted
we did, Judge.
third.
Is that what we
Yes,
did?
sir. We did. Yes.
Okay, so everybody agrees.
It's a third.
This was, the plan was he would be prosecuted for a lesser included attempted sexual assault of a child, a third degree felony,
Correct.
which carries with it no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison for each case. And the sentences, whatever they are, going to run concurrent.
That's correct.
All right, have the parties had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report? Any corrections or changes?
None from the defense.
Not from the state.
It's made a part of the record for all purposes. The agreement, whatever sentence shall not exceed a year, a length of 3 years in prison. So on a third degree felony, we are looking at no less than 2, no more than 3 years confinement in prison. And are other probations available?
Yes, sir.
Deferred as well as regular?
I believe both will be.
Yes, both will be available. Yes.
All right. Who wants state may open and close?
Sure, Judge. Judge, we fashioned this agreement because of the complaining witness's wishes. She spoke with me and my
Was the
office.
complaining?
She was
16 at the time.
15 to 16, I think, yeah. She was a child, yes, sir, and that's why we did it is the way we did it. But after speaking to our office now, she is in the military. She has thought about this long and hard. She spoke with us and wanted him to suffer some consequences, but she didn't want them so harsh that he would be taken away from his children for a long time or suffer any really bad consequences to keep him from being able to support his children. So I believe that her wishes are fulfilled in what we've fashioned because she seems to be okay with it. She's happy with what we're doing, and but we've still got a problem of this was a child, as the court mentioned, and so we've got to deal with the fact that there were some things that happened that took advantage of her being a child, and so this didn't happen just once, but happened, as you see, 2 different occasions.
It says multiple times.
Yes, well, yes, sir, but we've charged her with 2, so.
The first occurring when she was 8. Well, according to this, that's been without objection.
Yes, sir.
In the pre-sentence report. This happened, so it went on the script sheet, would wake up and this happened at least 3 times.
The actual charges that we're having right now, Judge, is the 2 that when she was older as a teenager.
Everything gets rolled in.
Yes, I know, Judge, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'm trying to stay within her wishes. I could be harsh and argue a lot of things, but she did not want us to be that harsh on this. So that's why we fashioned the plea bargain we fashioned, and I'm trying to fulfill her wishes. She's gone through a lot, and she also says that Mr. Bishop, once she became older, helped her get into the military, helped her do a lot of things in her life, and tried to set things right in her words. But you can't set those right, and you know that, Judge. It scars a child for life what he did. So
Yeah.
in that fashion, I would ask
What's
for
the
3
price
years.
of the loss of innocence of a child?
Wow. Listen closely. The prosecutor admits this wasn't a one-time mistake, but repeated abuse. Yet even after that, the victim's wishes shaped this plea. Here's the real tension. Should justice bend to the victim's forgiveness or stay firm for society's sake? What do you think?
Anybody know? Nobody can say. There is no price. It's
So-
morally and naturally and in our culture forbidden. I don't know. Because it's irreplaceable. From
Yes, sir.
8 years now.
Because of that, but also because of the complainant's wishes, we'd ask for the 3 years prison time. I think that's something that's fair under what she wants and what happened to her.
Mr. Galmore, on behalf of the defendant.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bishop is asking the court to consider probation for a couple of reasons. Number one, he is employed. And the reason why that's important is because he does have 2 minor children still at home. Those children, he does pay child support on, and he is actually paying. He's not a non-paying father, so he does help support his 2 children. And judge, the impact that would have on them, we would ask the court to consider other measures that the court has at its disposal on top of the probation. He is going to be a sex offender for the rest of his life. And so I think that the stipulations are going to keep him, in the straight and narrow and protect society. Of course, it's going to happen regardless of which route the court goes. But at least if he were granted probation, he would be able to continue providing support for his 2 children. He has 2 children. The complainant in this case was a stepchild.
But a child of his. not ours.
Absolutely. I just making sure the court understood that he's got 2 children of his own, that he does still provide.
Anything you would like to add, Mr. Bishop?
He did make a statement to probation that it is sympathy.
Well, added.
That should
I
be
just have,
right into the defendant's version.
yeah. It was, I feel ashamed, regret, I'm trying to get through this to be for the kids. That's what he said.
That's correct.
Saint. This was originally filed as a first-degree felony,
That's correct.
and which carried with it the normal first degree. It wasn't an enhanced first degree. It was a regular first-degree felony at the beginning. So you were looking.
Let's break this down. If this case had stayed at the first-degree felony level, we'd be looking at 5 years minimum, up to life in prison. Instead, through negotiation, it's capped at 3 years. That's the legal system in action. Deals, strategy, and consequences.
Get no less than 5 years, up to life in prison. And the parties have worked in an agreement here that is below that minimum. But this is a multiple event, and the child was according to her statement to the police, this happened multiple times, with the first instance occurring when she was 8 years old. And that liquor was provided to the child during the episodes. Alcohol, vodka. If nothing further, the court is going to find that the defendant has pleaded guilty to this lesser included attempted sexual assault of a child, a third-degree felony.
That's correct.
You have pleaded guilty voluntarily. You were mentally competent to do so. You understood and appreciated the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted at your hearing That's the sworn statement, and essentially we call that the plea agreement, confession and statement of responsibility. You pleaded guilty voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this third-degree felony of attempted sexual assault of a child, and I'm following a disagreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 3 years. You'll be given credit. There's not any, there's 1 day credit, I think. That's all. You'll be given credit for the time you have served. Also, because of this conviction, you must register as a
And here's the kicker: lifetime sex offender registration. Even if he serves just 3 years, that label follows him forever. Think about it. Freedom after prison, but a digital scarlet letter that never fades.
sex offender. And I think on this, it's going to be for life. And that failing to register properly and timely can result in the filing of a felony offense against you. So that needs to be done. And that needs to be done, I think, immediately somehow before you, y'all need to work that out before you, or
They work it out in the prison.
What
I'll make sure
they have up in the jail or the prison. I'm sure they've got something there, but if it's not, you don't want to be hanging out there exposed to potential criminal liability when that's unnecessary. You can, it's a 1-page document that gets filled out. I think you sign on the second page, but it's a 1 to 2-page document. Do you understand what has happened today, Mr. Bishop? Fine. Y'all trying to put that back together?
As you have a good relationship with your kids,
Well, I'm talking about the child. Y'all have a relationship? Agree.
We had a no contact order since it started, so
Yeah.
she lives in another state with the military.
Okay. Well, I'm sensitive about families. Some things can't be fixed, some things can't. It's fixable somehow. Family's a gift, natural and gift from our Creator. You want to make the best use of it for the betterment of the family unit. Best. I hope things turn out better on this. I'm sorry this has happened, but cancer harm a child. That's perfect, and it's basically behind us. All right. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
That is all. We're in a 6 months. All right, we're getting ready for trial. Thank you.